Thank you for letting me join you. I, missed you. I hope I can help.
Greetings ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mangs and I welcome you guys to yet another Fire Emblem Fates character spotlights. We are continuing onwards on the Hoshidan royal train, and on the next stop we are checking out the cute and adorable cherry blossom princess Sakura.
If you don't mind, maybe we could spend more time together.
Sakura is the sister of Ryoma, Takumi, and Hinoka, and the youngest child of King Sumeragi and Queen Ikona of Hoshido. Her parents decided to give her the name Sakura after they witnessed a beautiful sakura tree blooming in the middle of Hoshido. Growing up, Sakura was constantly surrounded by her hard-working siblings. Ryoma, Takumi, and Hinoka would continuously train themselves in martial arts to become stronger, and this made her feel very insecure as she was small, weak, and ill-suited for combat in comparison. In order to feel useful and appreciated, she developed a habit of helping others. She would fetch water, tend to the wounded, and go on errands for those around her to be as helpful as she could possibly be, and this is what inspired her to become a healer later on. Sakura was plagued by a lot of insecurities. She always had great difficulties talking to people other than her siblings, and she was particularly scared of speaking in front of large crowds, something which made her very insecure about being the princess of the nation. One day, Sakura would watch a young girl around her own age train to become a samurai, and this girl was called Hana. Much like Sakura's older siblings, Hana would ruthlessly train every day to become stronger, and Sakura would develop a habit of following her around, healing her wounds after her matches. This made them form a strong friendship, and Sakura would later make the decision to hire Hana as her personal retainer. One day at the Hoshidan castle, a Sky Knight came to visit the royal family, and his name was Subaki. On his way down from his mount, he tripped and fell flat on his face in front of Sakura, making an utter fool of himself. Sakura thought he was incredibly charming, however, even though Subaki did not share her sentiment. It was thankfully due to this accident that Sakura would later appoint him as her second retainer, as she thought the fall made him appear more likable. Sakura would eventually grow up to become a very skilled healer. She would often visit the barracks to tend to wounded soldiers, and thus she would earn quite a reputation as a selfless princess, earning the trust and love of the Hoshidan people. Sakura is a young cute girl somewhere in her mid-teens. She has salmon-colored hair and eyes, and she dresses in a red and white dress with red slippers and white stockings. She wears a headband with a sakura flower pinned on the side of her head. She has a cute and relatively shy posture, but her expression also gives away her strong determination and willpower. In contrast to most of her other siblings, Sakura is shy, timid, and polite. She is not very good at handling new and unexpected situations, and is deathly afraid of speaking in front of a large crowd. She does, on the other hand, have a big heart, filled with compassion and empathy. She is ever willing to help out those in need, going to great lengths to ensure the safety of everyone around her. While Sakura can be afraid of new situations, she is by no means a coward. When things get serious, she can display a strong sense of courage. If the lives of others are at risk, she is more than willing to sacrifice her own well-being to ensure their safety. She has a great strength inside her that she may not fully grasp herself, and it usually only shows itself in times of great trouble, where she cannot afford to be the shy and timid Sakura she is commonly known to be. Sakura joins you in Chapter 5 of the prologue, if you choose to play it, where you can give her some experience which will carry on into the main story. If you choose not to play the prologue, she will join you in Chapter 6 of Birthright or Chapter 8 of Revelation. Being a Shrine Maiden, which is effectively a cleric, Sakura is the first healer you get in Birthright and Revelation, meaning she is pretty essential for the early game. There is always a need for healing, so if anything you would do well to bring Sakura with you at least during the first few chapters for her staff utility alone. Now while there are plenty of other units capable of wielding staves, Sakura does have a slight advantage by being a royal since she comes with dragon blood, making her able to pop dragon veins, and similarly to most of the other royals in the game, she enjoys slightly increased growth rates on average. Stat-wise, Sakura sports fantastic magic, luck and resistance, with her speed and skill also being pretty decent. Even her strength and defense growths are surprisingly high for a staff user. Make no mistake however, Sakura is just as frail as the flower she is named after, and should absolutely be kept far away from enemy combat at any cost, but this is pretty basic Fire Emblem knowledge. Sakura's personal skill, Quiet Strength, is extremely useful as it reduces all damage taken by all allies within 2 tiles of Sakura by 2. This complements Sakura's role as a healer as she will passively grant nearby allies improved survivability and protect them from harm. 2 damage may not sound like a lot, but when taking into consideration dual strikes and double attacks, it really adds up. And don't forget that a single point of damage in Fire Emblem can make all the difference, so try to keep Sakura in the center of your army as much as possible so she gives the benefits of the skill to as many allies as she can. Sakura also comes with Miracle, which gives her a luck percentage chance of surviving a lethal hit with 1 hit point left remaining. While Miracle certainly isn't a skill you should bank on, it certainly is nice whenever it procs, as it essentially saves you a restart. Though if you play properly and keep Sakura out of harm's way, you should never need this skill to trigger in the first place. At level 10, Sakura will gain Rally Luck, and while plus 8 luck may sound good on paper, it is probably among the weakest rally types. That doesn't mean it's bad though. Rally Luck essentially allows Sakura to give her allies in a 2-tile radius a 4% bonus to hit, avoid and crit avoid, as well as boosting any skills that might trigger off luck, such as Miracle. This in combination with the fact that her personal skill also works on everyone within 2 tiles makes Sakura even better at protecting allies in her close vicinity, though you shouldn't expect Rally Luck to save you in a pinch as the bonuses it gives are minor and inconsequential at best. Sometimes it might be better to use Sakura to heal someone up to full health if they are damaged rather than having her Rally Luck to increase their survivability. Using a Master Seal, Sakura can promote to either a Priestess or an Onmyoji. A Priestess is essentially a healer that uses bows, and the Onmyoji is just a Hoshidan version of the Sage. While Priestess may be her canonical promotion story-wise, it is actually the weaker of the two. Bows may not be as bad in Fates as they have been in previous installments of the game, but Sakura's mediocre strength, combined with the fact that she starts out with an E rank, just means she won't be able to do much. Sure, there is some potential to use the Shining Bow, but it requires a C rank to wield, so you either have to do a lot of tedious weapon rank grinding, which takes forever in Fates, or spend 10,000 gold worth of arm scrolls on Sakura after her promotion, and many would argue that there are much better ways to spend your money. As a level 5 priestess, Sakura picks up Renewal, which heals her for 30% of her total hit points at the start of each turn, and this healing will stack with other sources such as the healing provided from forts. Now, while Renewal certainly isn't a bad skill, it is one of those skills that gets progressively better the more hit points a unit has, and Sakura isn't exactly known for her bulk. It is a fantastic skill to pick up on a frontline unit such as a hero or a berserker, but for Sakura, who really shouldn't be tanking many hits to begin with, it usually ends up doing very little for her, though it is kinda nice to have a healer that heals itself. As a level 15 priestess, Sakura gains Counter Magic, which returns all magic damage she takes back at her attacker. The irony with counter magic is that Sakura's high resistance actually ends up working against her sometimes, as the less damage she takes, the less damage she will dish back. Still, there are some chapters in both Birthright and Revelation where counter magic can end up doing quite a lot of damage, but compared to many other level 15 skills, it really feels lackluster. Onmyoji, on the other hand, is a promotion that really unlocks Sakura's damage potential to its fullest. Being able to use tomes serves Sakura's high magic stat a lot better than bows, and allows her to be useful immediately, as she can inflict decent damage with a regular fire tome. While she will still be relatively squishy, she can now both heal and do decent damage, and once you get her tome rank up a bit, which is a lot easier than to train bow rank, she can start doing some serious damage with higher level tomes and scrolls. As a level 5 on Myoji, Sakura will pick up Rally Magic, and if you didn't know this already, Rally skills stack with each other. So this means that in addition to giving her allies plus 8 luck, Sakura can now also boost them with 4 magic as well, which is extremely useful for helping out other magic users in her vicinity, further cementing her usefulness as a support unit. As a level 15 on Myoji, Sakura will pick up Tome Fair, which will turn her into an absolute nuclear warhead of destruction. Sakura will easily cap magic, and adding 5 damage on top of her already sky-high damage output can make her dish out an absolutely terrifying amount of punishments. Using a Heartsteel, Sakura can class change to a Sky Knight and later a Kinshi or Falcon Knight. Sakura actually has tremendous potential as a Falcon Knight, as she will be able to keep using staves, but with the mobility of a flyer. Should you be able to train her weapon rank up accordingly, she can also make great use of the Bolt Naginata with her fantastic magic and speed. She also picks up Rally Speed at level 5, which goes quite well together with her Rally Luck, making her even better at supporting her allies. While on Myoji is definitely a lot safer and easier to pull off, Falcon Knight Sakura may absolutely have some fantastic potential. As a mother, Sakura passes down amazing magic and luck, making her a great parent to any child in Fates with aspirations of wielding magic, though she will make them rather weak and frail, so try not to make her the mother of a child with a physical class. At the end of the day, Sakura is probably one of the weakest royals in Fates, as she is little more than a glorified healer that doesn't even enjoy the mounted mobility of her Norian counterpart Elise. But she's still a decent healer with a good personal skill that will serve you quite well in the early parts of Fates, and should you decide to train her up, she has potential to become an extremely powerful combat unit in the late game. Make sure you treat this lovely cherry blossom with care, and it might just bloom into something spectacular.
I love coming here so much. Please don't ever stop inviting me.
Thank you for watching this character spotlight. If you enjoyed it, please consider supporting the video with a like and a comment. It really helps out the channel a lot. If you want to be notified whenever I release new videos, you can subscribe to my channel. And if there is a character you'd like me to cover in a future episode, please let me know about it in the comments section below. Just be sure to check out my playlist, as I may have already covered your favorite character. Below you can also see some of the previous spotlights I've done by clicking on them. Most of the art and wallpapers you see used during this spotlight is made by my amazing designer Mina Tangerina. You can visit her page by clicking the link in the video description below. She also has a new stream now where she draws stuff, so be sure to check out that as well. Also check out the channels of my 2 script readers, Nasiro and Max HP, as they help me out with the script of the spotlights. At any rate, my name has been Mangs, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.